Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to actress, content creator, influencer Kat Dantas about a lot of her upcoming projects. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my God, slay.
I mean, I'm really excited to chat with you. I mean, there's so many things to chat about. You know what I mean? When we got this interview kind of set up, there's so many things. You're acting, you got some projects that you're filming. There's obviously the social media kind of content creation component of it. You published some books. You've done a TED Talk. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
So much, like nonstop. But you know what? It's just nonstop and it keeps things interesting. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, right?
Yes. To keep life going.
Absolutely.
We love the chaos.
It's interesting because I feel like, acting was something that was kind of one of your first interests and loves and everything. What do you like kind of the most about acting specifically, and how did you kind of get involved with it, and what made you want to be an actor specifically?
Basically, I feel like I owe acting something because when I was little, when I was like a fetus, I would not talk. Like I was really, really, really shy. And when I used to do, when I did act, I still do acting classes, but when I started doing acting classes as a kid or in general, I would be like really shy, really reserved to myself. And as soon as I started acting, I would like change personality. Like I would become so confident. Like I would actually speak better. It would make more sense. And people were like, oh my God, Kat talks. She's a completely different person. I feel so secure when I'm acting. Like I feel like it's fine because I'm not myself, so I can do it. So I honestly really owe to acting because it really shaped me as I am. And if I have any sort of confidence, it is due to acting. And the only thing that really makes me cry is like the possibility of not being able to continue as an actress. That's like the only thing that makes me like sob on the spot.
Yeah.
Because since I was a little kid, I really, really, really wanted to do this because it made me feel amazing. And I love feeling all the other emotions. Like I have a doc.
Yep.
Where I write, like it's an emotion catalog. I describe what each emotion feels to me when I'm feeling it. And I use it later on in acting. So
absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. Your career, your kind of pathway as an actor leads to kind of other things too, right? Like it's like one thing, and then the content creation, the publishing, the TED Talks, that comes kind of like because you want to be an actor, which is funny too.
Exactly. It all comes from that.
Absolutely. When did you officially start your TikTok? Because I know like Instagram and everything, but like was TikTok like during the pandemic, like 2020, or was it before that?
It was during the pandemic. It was 2021, the 15th of April. I know the date. I know the date. I ain't playing. I know the date.
What was something from because the acting stuff really interests me because you say you wanted to be an actor. What were the projects that kind of inspired you to be an actor? Comedies, drama? Like, was there any specific movies or shows that really you watched? You're like, wow, I want to do this one day.
Basically, when I was little, I swear to God, I really thought that like animations were people dressed up as characters. Mm-hmm. Like if I were to watch Cinderella, the animation, I would think that it was a person dressed up, even if it was an animation. And so I really wanted to do that, not just because of the fact, God, I've always wanted to live new lives and new experiences and yada, 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 but because I feel like acting really saved me. Like when I was little, I used to be such an introvert. Like I was not confident in myself at all. But when I was acting, I was literally the most confident person in the world. Like I remember being in acting classes when I was little, and I was like super quiet, super shy, like no, don't talk to me. But then as soon as I started acting, I was like talking, and they were like, "Oh my God, Kat can talk."
Is it?
So part of me really owes to acting because it really changed me. Like it really made me feel more confident, and yeah. And I really can't imagine myself being anything else. Like I will literally start sobbing on the spot.
Most of your content that you post is in Portuguese.
It is.
Have you thought about making content also like speaking in English, or is it like, is that never like, I always find that interesting because I interview a lot of incredible people like yourself from Brazil, and you know, you speak English really well, and a lot of you say you learned English in school and took classes and everything, but then all the content is just in Portuguese. So I'm just curious about that a little bit.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Like, what the heck? She speaks English and she only does videos in Portuguese. So what's up with this girl? Okay, so basically, this may be a surprise, but I study in a British school in Brazil. So in our school, actually, we only speak English. So actually, my first language is English. So for me, it would be even easier to speak.
People are gonna watch this interview, and their mind's gonna be blown. You know that, right?
It is like, boom! What the heck? Like, I honestly, if I could, I would much rather do the videos in English because I actually feel more comfortable in English. But
do one.
I've done
you should do one in English.
I should do one and just post it like boom.
Yeah, no, I find it interesting because
Sure.
also it's interesting because, you know, we reached out to your team to do this interview because we love featuring, you know, content creators from all around the world, right? And I feel like content's becoming really global, and we're a global outlet and everything. And I just find that interesting because there's so much amazing content. Like, we watch a lot of TV shows from other countries, but my rule too is I want to watch it in the language it was made in. Like, I don't like the subtitles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see.
I know what you mean.
No, I
I
want the subtitles. I don't like the dubbed. Like, when it's dubbed,
Oh my god, no.
you gotta watch it with subtitles.
Exactly.
Which is amazing. What is some of your favorite kind of shows and movies that you watch like now, would you say? Is it a lot of like Brazilian stuff, or?
I watch some Brazilian stuff, but like most of the things I actually watch are like things internationally. Like, I am literally madly in love with the musical Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a single day that I'm not blasting Hamilton songs around my house. When I went to New York to do New York Film Academy, which is of course New York, I watched Hamilton twice, and it is the love of my life.
It's amazing.
And then there's on Disney Plus where you can like watch it again, and I am just in love with it. Like, everyone I know knows me as yes, the Hamilton girl.
Yeah. When it comes to making a video and because it's tough, because there's a lot of people making content, and a lot of people are not watching as much as they did because the pandemic is, in a lot of ways, like, a lot of things are more open up now, right? So people are traveling more and watching less stuff. Do you have like a strategy of like what you want to make content wise? Is it a combination of things you want to post, but it's also taken into account, like, I know this video is going to do well over this one? Like, what's the strategy a little bit?
Okay, so basically, there's always some sort of line of thinking, because if you just get a content that makes literally no sense with everything that you've ever posted, it's not going to go well. Like, maybe it goes well for someone else, but since I don't post that, it won't go well for me.
Gotcha.
So I try to follow a niche because people are following for that niche.
Yep.
And I try to keep it up. Like, if I post a video and it goes viral, I try to make more videos regarding that subject, because having a viral video does not mean you're going to get any public, because if you have one viral video, you don't have like the content that has to do with that viral video. It's just one viral video. Because like, if you scroll, for example, on TikTok, you can find videos with like 10 million likes and the person has 1,000 followers.
Yeah. It's a lot. So you have to kind of, there's a lot of strategy though that comes with the content. Like, it's not just, I'm going to post this video today. Like, it's, do you think people don't realize that? Do you think people don't realize like the strategy behind it?
I feel like content creators do, because like, we're always like on the watch for like what's working, what's not working. Like, for example, I'm sure you also have your own strategies.
Well, it's kind of interesting what you said about like posting what works and stuff, and like you have a good video kind of trying to like make more content around it. Like, there's some of the best shows and movies on the planet that we've done interviews for, like Wednesday on Netflix and The Black Phone, which is a big movie, and it's like interviewing a lot of the cast members and like doing kind of like clips where they talk about the behind the scenes or like their audition stories. Like, people love audition stories. They do. They love that. Yeah. There's so much content on YouTube because you do your TikTok and your Instagram is like the one where you're posting kind of the most content. But you do have a YouTube channel too, right?
I do. I only have 2 posts on there, like for now. I'm planning on posting more, but honestly, what I'm really trying to like figure it out, because what I really want to do is acting. Like I'm doing the whole like digital creator so that I can expand on the acting. Like for example, I'm gonna do a movie and a series now in March. I'll be like filming those, which is really exciting.
In Brazil?
Yeah, in Brazil. My first work was from BBC, Mr. Maker. So it was not in Brazil, but these 2 are.
That's awesome. And it's fun. I think we do what we do as content creators and actors, like you said, and like I think we just like making things. I think it's just simple as that. We like to kind of make things, basically. I don't think there's more an explanation to that, right? Like you love to act because you love to like go in there and kind of like create kind of stories and storytelling like that. Is that what you like the most about it?
Probably like in acting, what I like most about it is because I get to live new lives. Like I completely forget what happened like in my real life when I go acting.
Oh, absolutely. Kat, thank you so much for joining me on Popternative. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you. It was great chatting with you too.
Do you want to say something quickly in Portuguese, like a shout out to your Brazilian friends and family in Portuguese quickly?
Yes. Irmãos e irmãos, espero que vocês tenham gostado dessa entrevista. Espero que vocês tenham pegado algumas surpresinhas sobre mim. E é isso, um beijo enorme no coração de vocês.
Awesome. And then Kat Dantas on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, right? They just put Kat Dantas, they're going to find it basically, right?
On Instagram, it's Catarina Dantas Oficial. But if you search Kat Dantas, it also appears because
No, that's awesome. Well, thank you. And all the best with your future projects, like your TV and movie. That's awesome.
For you too.
Awesome. Well, listen to Popternative. No problem. YouTube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, it's Kat Dantas and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.